Welcome back to another episode of Brothers Blockbusters, a sibling-hosted average Joe podcast where each week we discuss the biggest movie and TV news and review the latest releases so you don't have to. I'm your co-host Elliot alongside my brother Eric, and today we're once again covering all things Hollywood, specifically D23 and some other items. And then we are reviewing a new dinosaur thriller, The End of Oak Street. We are recording this on Monday, and this episode hopefully is posted on Tuesday. So you and I have been busy with life stuff the last week or so. So we're trying to give this a little quick turnaround. So forgive us if we're a little off tonight.
Lots going on.
Yeah, but this should be good. I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about. So you ready to get into it?
Yes.
All right. So let's just start off the bat with what's on our minds.
What is up?
What have you been up to? I know you've had some life events and some traveling last week, but how's it been going?
Good. Yeah, Katie and I and one of her friends went down to Atlanta to go see Olivia Dean in concert. I think she won Best New Artist last year at the Grammys. Great concert. She's so good. She has such a good voice. It's insane. The concert was awesome. She's so classy. Like the way the setup was, it felt like you were just like you could hear her voice like at a speakeasy, like a really nice speakeasy club way back when. Just a silky smooth voice. And I think we touched on this beforehand, but there was one of her songs called Loud. And when I heard it, we were sitting there at the concert, obviously. And I looked at Katie when the song ended. And I'm like, that sounds like a James Bond song. Like it legit sounds like it could be in like a James Bond movie. It's like, because James Bond movies, they'll start like an opening credit sequence and then it cuts right to the not the credits, but the opening credits, and it plays like, the last Bond movies are always famous for having someone perform a song. I'm like, that could be that song. And Katie goes like, I think she's rumored to be like the lead person for the new movie. And I'm like, I haven't seen that. So I looked it up, and lo and behold, she's like odds on favorite to do the new song, which is, I think it's great. I think it's going to fit in perfectly, obviously, with her being British. New James Bond movie coming out. I think it makes all the sense in the world, and she's so popular. So, but yeah, that was fun. Great time. It's hot as crap in Atlanta. So,
well, it is called Hot Atlanta for a reason.
Yeah. I won't bore you with the details of me having to wear a suit jacket and a speakeasy, but if you want to know any more details, just text me. Ridiculous. I've been watching Slow Horses. I've already seen, so season 6 drops September 16th. It's only 6-episode seasons. But I've been rewatching it. I'm like, I just want to get in the mood. And I think I calculated it out. If I watched an episode a day, it would literally land on the day it premieres season 6. So I've been watching a bunch of episodes. So I'm on season 2 right now. And I forgot how much I enjoy this show. It's so good. And I've been trying to get you on it, especially now with Jack Loudon, who plays River Cartwright, might be the leading candidate in the house to be the next James Bond. So been watching that. It's just such a good show. Gary Oldman's fantastic. And it's a shame he hasn't won any awards, any Emmys for his performance as Jackson Lamb. I think he's been getting robbed, but to each their own, I guess. But watching that, rewatched Sicario again. We were at the Airbnb and it just popped up on HBO Max. And I was like, let's put this on. That movie rocks. Like it rocks. I just posted that review to my letterbox too. So another great Denis Villeneuve movie. One of my favorites. So if you haven't seen that movie, watch it. It's fantastic. Benicio del Toro in that movie is unbelievable. Josh Brolin, Emily Blunt, just a great cast all around. And then just catching up on It's Always Sunny older seasons. I'm trying to get caught up for the new season. So I know it came out.
Yeah, where
already,
are you at right now?
I'm trying to. Oh God, I just watched the Year in Review, first episode from the COVID stuff. So 2020 Year in Review. Yeah. So I'm on that season. I think it's 14, season 14, season 15, maybe. I don't know.
That sounds right. Yeah, so, 14, 15.
Trying to get caught up on that. Just throw it on when I'm laying down, and then started Blade Runner 2049. It's one of the movies I've never seen. I've always wanted to see it, and every time I go to watch it, it's not on streaming. And I just was popping around the streaming apps, and it looks like it's on Paramount Plus. So started the first 10 minutes on our flight home yesterday. So I'll probably put that on when I go to bed. So excited to watch that.
That is that's definitely a movie I'd want to see if it gets re-released in theaters. Either probably, I don't know if it was filmed or any of it was filmed in IMAX, but seeing it on a Dolby screen with the sound, that's like a perfect movie for it.
Yeah, just listening to it on my headphones on the plane, it's like, holy shit, this noise is the sound is bull. And it gave me. When's the last time you saw it? Have you seen it? When was the last time you saw that movie?
Man, it's probably been 3 or 4 years at this point. It's been a bit.
Yeah, some of the music, some of the score sounds a lot like his Dune movies.
Oh yeah.
just with the bass and just it's so dark, which I love. I love movies that are very dark. Does that make sense? Like the Batman, obviously Blade Runner, the first 20 minutes of it. I love those dark movies, because I love watching movies at night, especially when it's nighttime. It's hard to put on a movie during daytime, especially if there's like a darker scene. Like try watching the Batman during the day, and it's just not going to go very well. But excited to put that on and get that scores. And I'm pretty much caught up on all my Letterboxd rankings. So I've been going back. Obviously, there's so many movies I've seen that I feel like I can't give a ranking until I see it again.
Yeah.
Right. So like there's so many movies like Godfather, for example. I've seen that 5-6 times, but until I see it again and then give it a score after watching it. So I have about 3 or 4 movies that I've seen in the last couple months that I'll post, and I have a bunch of lists going. So I have like a 2026 movies list. And then I'm doing my top movies of all time list, which I'm not going to put a movie in there unless the score is higher, unless I give it a score that's higher than 85.
Okay. That's
and
fair.
then eventually at some point, if it gets more than 500 movies with that parameter, I'll drop it down again.
I'm thinking
like 86, 87.
Like anytime you watch a movie that you've seen a million times or whatever, and you just put it on one random night and you haven't like reviewed it yet or rated on Letterboxd, is that something you would like just take like 5 minutes after the movie to do?
Yeah. So like I did it with, I haven't posted this one yet. It's one of the few I haven't posted, but I watched Clue last week, 2 weeks ago, and just sat down, jotted down my score, and I'll post that to my Letterboxd. But I've seen that movie like a billion times, like the Batman. I already gave the Batman a score. I'm watching it again right now. I've had it on just like bits and pieces. So once I finish it again, I already have my score. You already know what it's going to be. So like I'll post that too. But there's so many good movies that you and I've seen the last, I have no Marvel movies in there besides the ones we've seen the last 2 years. So like there's no Infinity War, there's no Endgame, there's no. So I have all these movies that eventually, once I go back and watch, I will then put them in on my Letterboxd, and I have a bunch of lists. Like I have a Christopher Nolan movie list. I have top 20, 2026 movies, 25 movies, best Oscar nominations. So I'm going to start getting really, really creative with it just to, get that updated. But that's about it. That's all I've been doing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I might start like movies that I like rewatch randomly. I might just start like reviewing or ranking on Letterboxd, just because like you said, there's so many movies we've seen in our life, and so many movies that we don't have on there yet. So it's a huge backlog. Maybe eventually I'll get to all of it, but yeah, that's a big undertaking. But yeah, for me, I am watching Always Sunny. So the new season 18, just kicked off last week, and there's a new episode tonight. So I will be catching up with that later. Yeah, it's good so far. It's just one episode, or actually 2. I lied. 2 episode premiere last week. And then they're going 1 a week for the rest of the season, which I believe is 10 episodes this season. The last few have been 8, I think. So this season is 10. And again, like the first 2 episodes were very much classic Always Sunny. Obviously everyone's getting older. It's just different, but
you can tell.
I think the writing, at least the last couple of seasons, has gotten back to kind of what it used to be, or at least resembles what it used to be. So I've enjoyed it so far.
How much longer do you think they're going to do this show?
From my understanding, they signed a deal with FX, or extended the deal a few years ago. It was for like through season 18. So this may be technically like the last season that they have on the books right now, but because they've already mentioned, like, I feel like they're going to announce if it's going to be a finale or like this series finale, season finale. So I bet they probably still have maybe 3 or 4 more seasons. But again, I could see this also. Well, I bet once Danny DeVito passes away, I don't think they'll do it anymore. Which let's not
bring that into existence.
Well, Jesus. I know, but he's like in his early to mid 80s. But again, how much longer is he going to be acting?
I don't know. He seems like he's doing well. He's eating healthy. He's going to Jersey Mike's.
Oh yeah, I up above. But yeah, I still think they'll do it forever or for a while. And it does seem like the show, like the characters and everything, seem like a show they'll just continue to do as they get older and older, and then
of course.
It might, eventually will fall apart. But yeah, I bet it still has a few more seasons. And then I'm watching Lanterns right now. So the new DCU show on HBO Max and HBO, I think. This second episode just released on Sunday night. I've not caught up yet with that one, but first episode I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's like and a lot of comparisons it's getting compared to is True Detective. So,
ooh, nice.
From my understanding, this like season's going to really take place in this one town, and there's a little bit of time jumps too. So like the first season or the first episode, it takes place in like 2016, and then the end of the episode, it kind of time jumps to present day. So, but
is there anything you need to watch prior to this? For this is to know
Not necessarily. If you want like general knowledge of like Green
General knowledge?
Lanterns, like what the Green Lanterns are and kind of what
Mhm.
their purpose is, then yeah, maybe do like Google it. But in terms of like actual media content, I don't think you need to watch anything prior to this. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got to start that too. It's on my list.
But yeah, really like it so far. But that's really
Nice.
been it the last week. Traveled a little bit for work
Oh yeah.
and doing a lot of house stuff. But yeah, just getting stuff ready for like football season in a couple weeks. Like getting new grill,
Dude. It's
clean,
crazy.
clean up the back patio, potentially getting a new TV to replace outdoor TV and all that. So yeah, man.
Dude, this season just popped
coming.
out. It just came roaring out of nowhere, it felt like.
Yeah, it really has. I don't know, just with the kid, like having focus on him all summer, and
Mhm.
it's just like the weeks are gone by super fast. So
Yeah.
but I'm ready
And then
for
obviously,
it.
yeah, I'm too. It's nice. I think it helped because we had the World Cup on basically for 2 months, or
Right.
for a month, right? So it's like that helped because when you get into the lulls of summer, right? You and I both, obviously, you're Yankees fan. We both love watching baseball, but it's just the middle of summer, right? So when you have soccer on World Cup games every single day from early June until end of July, that kind of keeps you busy. And then before you know it, boom, it's fall camp and 12 days, dude. It's crazy.
I know. It is crazy. And I'm like ready. I'm done with the summer. We've had so much rain the last few weeks. The heat, the humidity, whatever. I'm just ready for like the crisp fall mornings, which we had this morning, which was great. It was like 50 degrees this morning.
I know, it's awesome. It's
So
everything you want. Falls in Ohio are the best, undefeated.
yeah, dude, can't wait. But enough of our lives. Let's get into actual news in Hollywood.
Yes.
So this week in Hollywood, we have a few items to discuss this week. Not a ton, but again, I want to dig into D23. So I know it's been about a week since D23 occurred. So we're just kind of catching up, get everybody kind of a recap. I know I'd mentioned on the previous, couple podcast episodes, but D23 is essentially like Disney's own San Diego Comic-Con, where they like announce new movies, new TV shows, like release trailers. They announce like casts for upcoming films, and also do like stuff with the parks. So I know like you and I were talking about, I think a bunch of new rides are getting introduced to Disney World and Disneyland, all around the world.
Villains Land.
Yeah.
Villains Land coming to Disney World. It's going to be really cool.
Which park is that?
I'm surprised it's Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be behind where Big Thunder is. It's going to extend past that way, past where Tom Sawyer Island is, and then it's going to be behind Haunted Mansion.
Okay. Oh, cool.
That looks cool. It looks really cool. The dark ride and then the roller coaster. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it
gives you more
stuff
things
you're
to do.
Sending is pretty cool. Yeah, right.
It's
always, there's always so many people there. You need as many attractions as you can to keep people busy.
Yeah.
But like this specifically, I just kind of want to dig into Marvel and then Star Wars a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot happened with Marvel during D23.
A lot.
I know San Diego Comic-Con, we recapped that from, a few weeks ago, and there was a lot there as well. But here was actually a lot more than I thought they were going to announce.
Bro, it just kept coming.
It just kept coming. You and I were just sending things over and over again. I'm like, this feels
I was sending it to you via text. I was sending it to you on X, and then I texted you, and you're like, yeah, I probably should stay up for a little bit longer just to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Mm-hmm. So the big thing that came out of this was that at least most of the new X-Men cast was announced or unveiled. So, spoilers here, but Spider-Man Brand New Day had Sadie Sink in it, and she is, Jean Grey. So that she was announced as she was out there on stage. So that's kind of already been announced. Kit Connor as Cyclops. I know I've mentioned him before as somebody who potentially could be joining the cast. He's from a Netflix show. I want to say it's Heartstoppers or something like that.
Heartstopper, I think is what you said a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Christopher Abbott as Professor X. Indy Navarrete. She was, the breakout star in Obsession. She was announced as Rogue. Maya Boyd, who is Storm. I believe she's mainly like a Broadway actress, but apparently has like, really high potential. So excited about that. Mm-hmm. Tamara Weaving, I think I mentioned before, she was announced as Emma Frost. And then the big one, the big A-lister that they got for this is Adam Driver. So he was announced as Mr. Sinister. So not sure. Again, Mr. Sinister, as you can tell by the name, is kind of a villain. He even said it like he wasn't actually there at D23, but he had like a video that he shared. He's apparently been talking with Kevin Feige, who's, basically the CEO of Marvel Studios, for years about a role that would be perfect for him. And again, this is a villain role. So I know he's been rumored a lot the last few years of like a main protagonist role, which probably means like a more of a time commitment, more of a movie commitment. But I'm not sure if he's just going to be a one and done with this movie, which comes out May 5th of 2028, so just under 2 years from now. But Mr. Sinister, I mean, that's a pretty big X-Men villain.
Yeah.
A person who like comes from like, I think like can time travel, or at least comes from the past and is like obsessed with mutants, like the opposite of like somebody who doesn't want mutants is more of like somebody who's like, I wouldn't say like experimenting on, but like has this like really big obsession. So anyways, like really big news on that. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I remember I sent that to you because I was watching it. I was watching a live stream of them like just streaming the updates. And when they yelled Adam Driver, I literally texted you. I'm like, holy shit, it's Adam Driver. And you're like, shut the hell up. Like it's like, obviously everyone, I mean, he's been in so many good movies recently, but obviously him as Kylo Ren is a massive, massive villain role. So I think he could do anything that he wants to. He's such a tremendous actor. Like he was great in House of Gucci. Was it Marriage Story with Scarlett Johansson that he was in? But he's such a great villain. Like he was so good as Kylo Ren. So I'm excited for this. I think he's going to be the casting. I've seen bits and pieces of all these actors and actresses. I think it's a great young, up and coming, star-studded cast. And I think they're going to do wonders, especially this day and age with the technology and just the production value you're going to get. I mean, because the X-Men movies came out early 2000s, right? And I actually put one of those on after all this X-Men stuff came out. I was like, I've never seen any of the X-Men. We were a little too young. We were only like 5 and 7 years old when all those came out, so we never really got into it. So I put those on, and you can just obviously tell it's early 2000s, right? But it's exciting. It's a great cast, great actors, great actresses. Like it's
yeah. And there'll be more to come too, I think. But
Marvel might be back.
I'm really looking forward to Adam Driver being in this. I mean, like everything you mentioned, great actor. Like is going to play this Mr. Sinister role, which is in. Mr. Sinister, the character, is in the first season of X-Men 97. So if you, I know you said you're going to watch it eventually, so that'll give you a little more background on him and give you a little more idea of what he's all about. And then some other stuff from Marvel. They showed more footage from Avengers Doomsday. So,
that second trailer, man.
Dude, Robert Downey Jr. was there, Chris Evans, Haley Atwell all appeared there to kind of introduce us, special look at it. This was shown at San Diego Comic-Con, but was not released to the public. So this was released here. Yeah, right. And this was released to the public. Dude, this like, it's got me so hype.
I know.
Goosebumps. Like just some like Doom. I mean, even like Robert Downey Jr.'s accent is just, I kind of find it like I kind of find it funny, but I'm like,
I'm with you.
But essentially like the premise of this trailer is Doom kind of talking about how all these Avengers have been living stolen lives because of what they did to reverse, Thanos' snap, which, screwed up time and the multiverse and everything. When they went and got back, when they got all the stones to bring everybody back, like that whole process kind of screwed everything up. And I think it messed with Doom in his life. So he's basically on a mission to right the wrongs, so to speak. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, please check it out. It looks pretty good. And then
it's just exciting. Have you seen? Okay, this might be a side track here, maybe a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything how there might be two different Dooms?
Yeah, I have seen like conversation around it because there's two different Doom suits. At least what they were even at D23. So you have the one that like intricate one that Doom is wearing in the trailer, and then there's like the more plain version that was on display at D23 and was like, I may have been the one that was shown in the post credits of Fantastic Four. I don't know if it's the same one, but yeah, there are rumors around that there's maybe multiple Dooms, or at least the one that we appear or think that is the main one may not be the one that we,
And I heard it may not just be Robert Downey Jr.
Right. Yeah.
Now again, it's just
and this isn't like leaks or anything. This is just pure speculation. So yeah, I mean that's trailer's awesome. That got me so hyped. Like I can't wait. We got our tickets for Dune the 2 days prior, so it's gonna be Dune on the 15th and then Doomsday on the 17th. Dude, it's gonna be electric. Yeah. That's gonna be a great week leading up to Christmas too. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then lastly for Marvel, we have the Vision Quest trailer. I know we talked about this a couple of weeks too. Like we were looking for a trailer. Yeah. I mean, this is
James Spader, baby.
Yeah, so James Spader's returning as Ultron. So he was the voice of Ultron in Avengers: Age of Ultron. But in terms of like his physical form of actual James Spader, he's going to be in this. So
Awesome.
this one actually looks really good. Like
Yeah, it does.
When it was first announced that like this Vision's going to get his own kind of story, I'm like, again, it felt like Marvel's just announcing new projects because they want to put out a lot of stuff. And although this one looks like it has a chance to be really good. It's being advertised as like the final property show in the trilogy of WandaVision, Agatha all along in this. So I have faith that it's going to be good.
This comes out early October?
Yeah, October 14th. So it's going to be...
I might do a rewatch.
I think it's going to be all episodes at once. I'm not sure. But if you've seen WandaVision, like at the end, the what is it? The Vision that, again, I'm not going to convolute anything, but essentially like Vision is attempting to recover his own memories that he lost at the end of WandaVision. So this is kind of him doing that. And like Ultron's in there because James Spader, so which is part of Vision. It's I don't want to get too convoluted. Maybe we'll do another episode or something or talk about it more as we get closer, but it looks really good. Production value looks really nice. Yep.
Yeah. Anytime James Spader's on screen, just sign me up.
Mm-hmm.
Like between Age of Ultron, Robert California in The Office, and then Raven Reddington on The Blacklist, like,
yeah,
he's awesome.
Yeah, he is
dude,
awesome.
He's insane.
And we actually get to see him in this, not just, a voice.
That was one of the episodes that was on last night when we were at the, it was the pool party one at his house.
That's when they jump. Oh gosh, yeah, that's
yeah.
I think that season of The Office, a little sidebar, I think that season's a little underrated.
I
miss Michael Scott, obviously.
Yes.
But I think that season 8 of The Office is, if there was no Michael Scott, but
no, it's massively underrated. I've always thought that, because I remember going back through and just like looking at all the episodes. It's just hit after hit after hit in that season specifically.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of it has to do with obviously James Spader, but like the episode where Dwight goes down to Florida and Gabe's just sitting there in like a bunch of shrubbery and he compares himself to a toilet. Like that whole it's good. Anyway, sidetracked, but
so that's going to do it for Marvel for D23. And then briefly, we'll get into a little bit of Star Wars and then we'll move on. But Ahsoka Season 2 got its first teaser trailer, which features obviously Ahsoka, Anakin Skywalker, who is back. He was in Season 1, played by Hayden Christensen. And again, I think a lot of the focus is Grand Admiral Thrawn, who appeared in the first season, kind of rising to power. And then Anakin, continuing to mentor and challenge Ahsoka. So this premieres January 20th of next year. I don't know how many episodes there are, but there is at least, I don't think it's all at once. I think it's like a weekly release, but I think this is the next Star Wars property that's coming out, and we'll get to the next, property after that. But
I need to go back and watch Season 1. I've not seen Season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I just got lost in the shuffle for me when we were just doing all these movies, and I haven't got around to it, but I will definitely I want to probably do is a couple weeks before. I think it's 8, 10, 12 episodes, Season 1, 6.
Yeah, 6 to 8 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll probably just throw it on maybe like a couple weeks prior just to kind of get locked and loaded and ready for it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Again, there's some really good episodes and some really good storytelling in this, but it's also like some of it's a little uneven and it's not perfect. It's not Andor level. It's not, I guess parts of Mandalorian I think are really, really good. Then other parts are fine, but this is still like, I think it's better than the Obi-Wan show, aside from like the Obi-Wan Anakin stuff.
I think Obi-Wan got a little too much hate, that show, but
yeah,
obviously the end, that was incredible. So
yeah,
this is good. You've told me you've spoken really highly of the first season of Ahsoka, so
yeah, and I like the Ahsoka character. Rosario Dawson, I think, is who plays her. It's a really cool look into different. I mean, because you see a different side of Anakin too, because Anakin was kind of her mentor throughout the Clone Wars, and then when he turns to Darth Vader, her reaction, and she's like questioning why she's a Jedi in the first place because of everything. So it's a really good look into some other parts of the Star Wars universe or Empire that you don't really get to see.
Yeah.
And then lastly with Star Wars, we have our first, I guess we didn't get to see it, but there was exclusive footage of the Ryan Gosling, Sean Levy directed Starfighter movie that comes out. This comes out in May of next year. So this is like the next property after that, after Ahsoka, next live action, which is actually going to arrive during the 50th anniversary of the original Star Wars film.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is Memorial Day weekend.
Thought we were going to get a trailer. I had hopes.
I know. Well, there was technically
Thought
some
so.
footage, but nothing's been released to us yet. Which again,
Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see his jacket? Ryan
Oh,
Gosling's
yeah.
jacket.
His jacket that his character's going to wear.
I saw somehow it's like Ryan Gosling's not going to accept any more roles unless he gets a cool jacket.
Right. I mean, he's going to have it with Ghost
He got one
Rider.
for Barbie, Ghost Rider, and then he got one.
He had one in Drive. Have you seen the movie Drive?
Mm-mm.
Dude, that movie's so awesome. So awesome.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Ryan Gosling again. It's like he's such a. I don't know if underrated is the right word, but I think he is an underrated actor. Like, especially with like what he did in Project Hail Mary. I know he was great in Blade Runner 2049, and I just started that, and you can speak to his. I mean, he was awesome in Barbie. He's just
the Nice Guys is one of my favorite comedies. I still haven't seen it in a few years. It's a really
he's obviously was great in The Notebook. Everyone remembers him being a liability at cornerback in Remember the Titans.
Forgot about that.
So it's like it's anytime he's on screen, like I'm locked in. I enjoy the way he acts, the way he portrays his characters. He dives so deep. So I'm excited for this. It's great seeing Ryan Gosling, like, obviously, because there's always like that thing where it's like people kind of they used to look down on actors who kind of joined the superhero kind of universe. But being able to say you're a part of Marvel and Star Wars it's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah. It's a lot of people take it as like an honor. And of course, like it's some of the most powerful, popular, iconic brands in all of, film.
The world. Yeah.
The world. So yeah, again, I hope we get some kind of trailer footage for us,
I'm sure we'll get it soon.
But yeah, that was just a little bit of Starfighter. But looking forward to that. A couple little more items before we get into the review. I'll let you take this one, but Batman Part 2, we got some new stuff coming out.
Dude, we got a lot of Batman Part 2 stuff to talk about. They're filming now. I've been sending you clips, scenes. People have been filming it. There's just scrolling on my For You stuff, I found a Batman, Part 2 movie clip account, and they're just posting all these different things. Dude, there's a scene where the Batmobile is in the snow, just getting shot up. And it's just like the engine noises, like it is, dude, it's getting me so hyped. Like I cannot, like between that, obviously there was a scene where there was about 50, 60 Gotham Police Department cop cars surrounding the Batmobile. Like you just know it's going to be electric. Like it's just going to be, and I saw something today where it was Batman in the Batmobile so you could see Robert Pattinson and there was someone next to him with blonde hair. We don't know who that is, if it was a stunt double or not. Someone says it could be Scarlett Johansson's character. We still don't know who she's playing. Or no, do we know? It's Poison Ivy.
Right? I don't know if that's confirmed.
Is that confirmed?
Well, we thought I think early on it was like she was going to play like a Dent, someone in the Dent family. And then, I think Poison Ivy was like the next rumor. But yeah, there's nothing at least that we've seen that's confirmed of who she's playing.
No. So that could be her. People are trying to look into other casting announcements, like who could this be in the it's so great. It's so great. Christmas decorations have been spotted on the set. Like that's hype. You know me, I love Christmas. So getting a Batman movie like you and I talked about, Dark Knight Rises, you got a little bit at wintertime, but it really wasn't like the main focal point. Like the movie didn't take place in the winter. Being able to see this one and how dark the first one is, this might be a little bit lighter, but also still dark in the wintertime. I think it's going to be, I'm excited to see what they do with him as Batman. Are we going to see a progression of his Bruce Wayne persona? Right. Because that was always the rumor. It's like the first movie, it's just him kind of starting up as Batman, and then he gets into more his Bruce Wayne persona as he's, getting used to being Batman. So I'm excited for that. So Sebastian Stan.
Yeah. So tell me about this. What he said he's playing.
So originally, when this all stuff leaked that he was going to be in the movie, there were rumors coming out that he was playing Harvey Dent.
Right.
Like that was the rumor. It fits his character. Like he has the look. And then I think we touched on like a month ago, there was rumors that he's not playing Harvey Dent, that he might be playing Victor Zsasz, which is like the psychopathic schizophrenic who does some crazy shit and killing people and horrible stuff, obviously. But then last week, I sent you a thing, and it says it was verified by like 4 or 5 different sources that said he's playing Harvey Dent.
Right.
In this movie. So I was like, all right, so he's not Victor Zsasz anymore. Well, a bunch of the tweets have now been like scrubbed, like they're not there anymore, but they're there. And it just said Sebastian Stan did not confirm he's playing Harvey Dent in the Batman Part 2. So I feel like they're trying to. We don't know. Now he's either going to be playing Victor Zsasz or Harvey Dent. I think that's kind of, unless they throw some random character out there that we don't know about that is going to be in this movie. I think they're trying to pull a Sadie Sink, Jean Grey type of situation here.
Okay.
I think he is going to be playing Harvey Dent. That's just my gut feeling, and he probably shouldn't have said anything.
Right, because why would he say that? Because he's already filming the movie. He knows what character he is. Like,
Correct.
did he just slip and say he's playing that when? Like, why would he say that when he's not playing?
I don't
it just
know.
to throw people off. I don't.
I mean, this could be Matt Reeves telling them to play games with people just to get people talking, drumming up people. I mean, look at us. It's getting us talking on our podcast about the Batman Part 2 stuff.
It's true.
So who knows what he's going to be playing. I honestly don't care who he plays. If it's going to be Harvey Dent, then great. If it's going to be Victor Zsasz, then great. If it's going to be someone different, awesome. But there's so many great scenes that are going to come from this movie already. You can just see it. And I've been sending you stuff, and maybe we'll talk about it more as we get closer. But this is going to be this is probably the most excited I've ever been for a movie to come out. Is this movie, because I was so excited because Batman's my favorite superhero, and after all the Christopher Nolans we hadn't got one for 10 years, right? And I remember seeing that in the theater, and I walked out and I'm like, holy shit, that movie was incredible. Like, it was legitimately incredible. I know people had doubts, but man, oh man, from everything that people have been saying about this script, from Pattinson to Colin Farrell as Penguin, who's going to be briefly in this movie, to Matt Reeves, to all the people who are a part of this saying this script might be, it's going to blow people away. I have such high expectations. Like, my expectations of this one are through the roof, and I'll be critical of it, obviously, because it's something we're passionate about. But a lot of stuff coming out now that it's filming. I mean, it's going to be a daily thing where we're going to start seeing more clips, and it's great. Great. Jeffrey Wright just posted something like he was on a plane, something about the city's alive or something. The city's awake. So it's just like crazy stuff. So that's your Batman Part 2 talk.
Yeah, that's actual legit news this time, right? Like, this is that's good stuff.
It's happening.
There's more getting updated by the week, so we'll continue to keep you posted.
Yep.
And then lastly, before we get into the review, HBO has officially greenlit season 2 of It: Welcome to Derry. So
yes,
I've mentioned before, I'd love season 1. If in terms of, because there was, the 2 It movies and then this, the first season of the show, I think I'd rank this right behind the first movie. I think this is, at least the content of it is better than the second one, in my opinion. But, the whole Pennywise thing, he comes out in Derry, Maine every 27 years, I think it is. And so this is going back another 27 years. So season 1 took place in 1962. This is going to take place in 1935.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, 1935. So during the Great Depression, a bloody massacre takes place for the Bradley Gang, a group of bank robbers who stop in Derry to buy ammo and end up facing unimaginable horror. I won't spoil anything at the end of season 1 because I know you still haven't watched it yet, and I don't want to, people who are listening probably haven't watched it yet either, but there's some stuff at the end of season 1 that makes a lot of sense and about why it's going back to 1935. So it's going to be, I'm excited for it. I know this was like something that was probably going to be greenlit anyways, but just to get the official confirmation that production is going to get underway at least soonish is great. So excited about it.
Yeah, really I'll probably when Vision Quest comes out in October, I'll probably do a quick rewatch, potentially of WandaVision and Agatha, and then I'll throw Derry, season 1 of this series, Halloween time. I'm not like, for me at least, you and I've talked about this, I can watch horror movies any time of the year. Yeah. I'm not just a strictly horror guy in October because it's horror season, it's Halloween season. Right. I like watching like Halloween based horror like movies. So whether it's the original Halloween, Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, all that kind of stuff. I'm not like, oh, I have to watch horror movies like just because it's, like Scream. Like, I'm not going to watch Scream because it's in October. But I will watch this in October to kind of get the mood going. It gets darker earlier, open the windows, get that nice breeze in, get a little fall candle going, and get a little creepy with it. So
yeah.
One more thing before we get into the main review, right? Do you have anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Kit Harington.
Yes, that's right. We talked about this today.
So it was supposed to be Nicholas
Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult was supposed to be Gilderoy Lockhart.
Yep.
In the Harry Potter TV series season 2. So the Chamber of Secrets. Looks like there were some scheduling conflicts with him. Yep. So looks like he bowed out
Yep.
And Kit Harington, who obviously played Jon Snow in the Game of Thrones, is going to be taking over as Gilderoy Lockhart. So maybe I'm assuming that's probably their second choice, second option,
Yeah.
and they went with him. So I think he'll do a good job.
Yep, and it's a big name too.
I was really excited for Nicholas Hoult. I thought he would have been his style of acting. He's very not crazy, but you know what I mean. He's very expressive. He's got like a very crazy range. I think Kit Harington has a good range, but it's not as like outwardly, I guess, if that makes any sense, as Nicholas Hoult was.
It's more stoic, would you say? Like more
very stoic. His character. I mean, Jon Snow was. I mean, for a lot of people who watch Game of Thrones, Jon Snow was a very boring character.
Mhm.
For me, he was one of my favorites. But I like Kit Harington. Obviously, we saw him in the Eternals, but I think he'll do a great job. He has the look. I think he can pull off the look pretty well.
Yeah, I'm curious if he does the blonde look.
Well, that, and it's like, how is he going to portray Lockhart? Like we talked about last week. Is he going to portray it? Like, are they going to do it like they did in the movie? Or are they going to kind of tame him back a little bit and maybe do not as, I wouldn't say flamboyant.
Flamboyant,
the right word.
He's like
charming.
Over the top. Yeah. Like
over the top.
I feel like, I think like he's supposed to be a little bit charming or like fake charming,
Mm-hmm.
Like we saw that in the movie. So I feel like Harrington could do that pretty well, just with generally good looks, I guess. But I'm excited to see how this works.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's going to do it for
This Week in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's a lot. But let's get into the main review. All right, so The End of Oak Street is what we're reviewing today. Released on August 14th, directed by David Robert Mitchell. He directed It Follows, which we love, and Under the Silver Lake, to name a couple. He wrote this as well, so writer and director. A little bit of background. This originally was titled Flowervale Street, but I think before the first trailer was released, they changed the name to The End of Oak Street. So couldn't really figure out like why, but I think The End of Oak Street kind of sounds a little better than Flowervale Street. I don't know, it's just more generic, but maybe it flows a little better. Michael Giacchino composed the score. He most recently did Spider-Man Brand New Day, which we saw last month. He did the Batman, right? And he's done a bunch of popular movies with really
he's doing the
really
Batman Part 2.
Yep,
Batman Part 2. There's more Batman Part 2 talk.
There you go. There it is. Even in the movie review. Quick synopsis before I get into the cast and some other facts. But this movie centers around a mysterious cosmic event that rips through Oak Street from suburbia and transports a neighborhood to the someplace unknown. The Platt family soon discovers that their very survival depends on sticking together as they navigate their now unrecognizable surroundings. This is produced by Bad Robot, which is J.J. Abrams' big studio, which just very much felt like a J.J. Abrams, Steven Spielberg-ish movie. J.J. Abrams, I know, directed Super 8, which came out probably 15 years ago at this point. It's very similar kind of movie. And then it was distributed by Warner Brothers on a budget of about 80 to 90 million. It's made about 85, 86 million. So it's made its budget in a couple weeks, week and a half. Can only see it in theaters right now. And it's led by Anne Hathaway as Denise Platt, Ewan McGregor as Greg Platt, and then their two kids, Maisie Stella as Audrey, and then Christian Convery as Brian. But it's really, those two child actors were not really well known. I feel like I recognize them, but I don't know from where. But again, you have Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor as our leads here. But that's it for all the details on this. Let's get into actual movie talk. What'd you think off the top?
1 cent reaction.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue my trend that I've done the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say dinosaurs are back. Dinosaurs are back. I mean, we're going to get into it about what we liked, what we didn't like, what worked, what didn't work. Dinosaurs. I think this is I can't tell you the last movie that had this much dinosaur action. This was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
More dinosaurs than the last 3 Jurassic Park movies. More dinosaurs than 65. Finally, you got a movie with some dinosaur action. It's awesome. And these dinosaurs were freaking relentless.
Oh my
Holy
gosh.
Smokes.
That was, they were relentless.
Smokes,
they just did not give up.
Crack.
I'm like,
dude,
I know,
it was nuts.
Are dinosaurs that smart, or are they just super smart in this movie? They just did not give
awesome.
up. They just not give up.
Yeah. Dinosaurs are back. That's my 1 cent reaction. I want to hear your alliteration for this one.
All right. This is what I have to talk about for this movie. With a promising prehistoric setting, The End of Oak Street delivers a creative concept, bold bloodshed, and compelling sci-fi elements, but clunky storytelling, average acting, and forgettable characters make the execution merely middling. So a little bit of not. I mean, it was alliteration there, but a little combination of several things because it took me a while to think of this one. I liked it. I liked the setting of it. I liked the originality of it, the idea of it. But I thought at times it was very clunky. I didn't care for the characters much at all. There were some batshit crazy scenes that we'll get into in spoilers. But I don't know. It was one of those things when you first saw the trailer, I'm like, oh my God, this could be really cool, really awesome.
Yep,
and
100%.
When the first reviews came out for this movie, because I think it sits at like an 85, 86, something like that by critics on Rotten Tomatoes, which is like, that's really good, especially for this kind of, sci-fi dinosaur thriller, whatever you want to call it. But then seeing it, I'm like, it's not as good as like the expectations after that. Like I didn't have it going, before all that, and then reading all that and seeing that, I'm like, all right, this should be really good then. And I don't know.
I'm with you. I was waiting for it to like, all right, enough of this little, bullshit. Let's get going. Let's get why this. I want to see why people said this movie was awesome. Bland, man. Like,
yeah, that's
the only things that worked for me were the dinosaurs and Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Like Anne Hathaway was great. Like, I know I said last week it was the year of Zendaya and it was the year of Robert Pattinson. This also might be the year of Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, I forgot Devil Wears Prada 2, The Odyssey.
Devil Wears Prada 2, Mother Mary, The Odyssey, and of Oak Street. Like, Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway back? I think so.
Yeah, she's had a great year.
Like, I have so many bones to pick with this movie. Like, just little things that's just like, dude, like, the dinosaur action, like I said, was awesome. Like, it was great. It was everything you wanted the new versions of Jurassic Park to be. Like, great dinosaur action, on the edge of your seat, not knowing when the dinosaurs are going to strike, where they're going to strike. That was awesome. The concept I enjoyed. Obviously, we'll get into spoilers and get to the ending of the movie. So I enjoyed it, but there was the storyline and the script. It just was and that's what didn't work for me. Like, it was so like, it's like they were trying way too hard with some of these things. Like, some of the things in there were just so damn pointless, just so pointless. And Ewan McGregor was horrible. Just like such a hateable character in this movie. Like, he was just so like, and I don't think they gave him a lot to work with anyway. Like, he tried his best, but like, dude, this movie was like agitating me. Like, I really wanted to go into this. Like, you and I first talked about this like months ago when we saw the trailer. Like, oh, this looks really good. We see these critic reviews coming out. Okay, people are liking this. Like, when are we going to go with this? And then I just come out of it. I'm like, what the hell were these people watching? Not like, it's not a bad movie by any means. It's not like
it's not at all
20 out of 100, like just slop crap. But by no means is this movie like best movie of the year by like at all.
No, it just like, it felt like a Spielberg light movie.
Yes.
Like, it's like an homage because it takes place like late 70s, early 80s. I think they end up saying it's like 1982. It felt like that because it's really interesting, a sci-fi story. And and we're not getting spoilers yet, but like the trailer kind of like does give it away, but it's like normal lives, everyone's happy, and then something happens overnight, and then all of a sudden there's dinosaurs roaming and monsters or whatever, and Anna Hathaway's character in the trailer's like, I think our street got transported to prehistoric times or wherever. So it's a really cool idea, and like you said, like the dinosaurs were really, I think at least in terms of like CGI was really good. They were relentless. They were continuing to attack constantly. But I think the characters and then a lot of the story was just like they built out these side characters that like could give two craps about, like the neighbor, the annoying next door neighbor who hated them because their dog would go in their yard, or like
Now, I will say on this side note on that neighbor, we can get into. I mean, we can get into spoilers now.
All right, let's get into spoilers right now.
It's time for spoilers.
Might as well. When the dinosaurs finally come, right, and their land gets transported into prehistoric times, and they hear gunshots going off, and they look, and this dude's on his roof, just shooting at these flying dinosaurs, dude gets fucking mauled.
He does.
Like, dude, I did not realize how gory that was going to be. Bro, he got ripped to shreds. And then, like, later, once it's, like, done, like, the next day, you just see all the blood just on the side of his, on his roof. Bro. Yeah, I mean, he had
Which, by the way, it's a PG-13 movie. It's not rated R,
I was a little shocked.
There's only, I mean, I guess you can show some gore, but not, like, too much blood. Because there wasn't, like, a ton of blood gushing from people. It was more just, like, the imagery of it. Well,
bro, like in the first scene of the movie when they're running from the dinosaur and some lady walks out of her house, like, what's going on? This dinosaur just freaking just
just
goes
picks
right
her
in
right
her
up.
head, man.
Yeah. So like you don't see like the blood and guts and stuff, but you could see like that part of it. But yeah, like the character part of it that I didn't like was like you have that neighbor, which I knew immediately when he was being a dick at the beginning of the movie, he was going to die from a dinosaur attack.
Absolutely.
Just knew it was going to happen. And then like the one girl who moves in next door that like the son, Brian, who's like him and his buddies are like, oh my God, there's a cute girl, whatever. She's like plays like a bigger role in this because she like loses her parents. And so she kind of like teams up with the Platt family. I'm like, you didn't really,
bro, that character was so, that whole storyline with her missing out on the family, like it was completely irrelevant. Like you didn't need it.
Yeah.
And they try to have like this little side story with the daughter and her, and it's just like, what is the point of this?
Yeah. I don't know if it was the writing or the acting. And then like, remember the bully of Brian? So Brian, he like apparently, I mean, how old was he? Probably like 13?
I think he put like a stick in a kid's tire and the kid broke his arm, and the older brother like was trying
to hunt him down and like chase him down at the beginning of the movie to like beat him up. And then in the middle of the movie, he, somehow finds him when him and his, like this guy and his brother with the broken arm are like running from dinosaurs. Like, I feel like that'd be the last thing on your mind when there's dinosaurs killing people is to like beat this kid up who broke your brother's arm and almost kills him. And then like all of a sudden just like realizes, what am I doing? Starts crying and then like runs off. I'm like, what do we, and then I think you see him later in the movie that he died.
I don't know about that. I don't remember.
I think. Maybe.
Well, also shout out to their dog Starbuck. Awesome. Great name.
Yeah.
Dude, that was hilarious. He was just like, he goes missing and they finally find him. He's outside. And then all of a sudden, like, he's like playing like chase with these dinosaurs. And he's fucking taking these dinosaurs on a freaking tour of the whole neighborhood. Starbuck's awesome.
So shout
out Starbuck.
Did you like the idea of like this beam of light and there's like a portal or something to a different time? Like that's how they got transported, and then it like pops up later in the movie, right? Like it like lights up into a house, and so like they're trying to like chase it down to like jump in the portal to go back to
like
present day. Like
I get it, like it makes sense, but I don't think that idea was fully fleshed out. Like they just kind of like, oh hey, look, we talked about it earlier in the movie. We talked about it earlier in the movie about how we could be in a different dimension in a black hole, and all of a sudden, boom, hey, we just got to step through it. Like I get it. This wasn't fully fleshed out for me. Like it didn't do it. It felt like we were like, especially at the end of the movie, and we'll get into the end in a little bit. It felt very Back to the Future-esque. Like I felt like I was watching Back to the Future.
At least at the end, yeah.
Yes. I was like, where's Marty McFly? Where's the DeLorean? It's just going to come out of nowhere. Like it had the bones of such an interesting concept, but God, I walked out of that movie just visibly frustrated.
So I would say I'll give the movie props. I was absolutely shocked when Ewan McGregor's character, Greg, just absolutely gets like, he dies. He just gets murdered.
Okay, can we talk about how he freaking just hits this dinosaur with like a tiny little pickaxe and the dinosaur just gets knocked out and then just fakes it?
He was like, it looked like a mini T-Rex. Like, I don't think it was a full T-Rex. It was like a mini T-Rex or something. He just takes like a sledgehammer and just hits it in the head. It just like dead fishes on the ground. And you think it's dead, of course. And then...
Yeah, and then he's sitting there, he's like, yeah, got it. And then this thing, dude, I laughed. Like, I laughed out loud.
I was shocked, but I was like, because it just like picks him up and like rips his legs off. And he's just sitting there on the ground, like freaking out with his out legs. I'm like, okay, so I get like in a movie, if like he gets like one leg bitten off, then like he can survive. And it's a tale of like how are able to survive something like that. But then both legs, I'm like, there's no way he survives this, is it? And then of course the dinosaur just like starts pecking at him, then he kills him. And then Anne Hathaway's character, she's just standing there like in utter shock. Like,
the kids are just standing there just watching it happen.
Right. So it's like
the girl
that goes back to like my character part of it, like just the way they're written, like their reactions, like Anne
Hathaway did a great job.
She was very good at that. but yeah, I didn't like the kid actors. Maybe that was what it was. And
I thought the daughter, I thought she acted pretty dang good as like an older sister trying to deal with things and also trying to, keep an eye on her brother, make sure he's safe, but going through like what any normal teenager would be going through in this situation. Like, you think your world's ending, dude. Like, you're
Right.
stuck in some random universe, prehistoric times. Like, how are we going to get the hell out of this? But other than that, like, the character development was just, I don't want to say putrid, but just, it's so
like, do we
frustrating.
learn any, like, do the characters change from beginning to end? Because, like, you think they're, the mom and the dad are, like, their marriage is struggling, right? She's kind of writing a book on the side, and the book's about, like, basically her family, and, like, she wants to leave them because she's in doesn't love her marriage.
A rut. Yeah.
A rut. And then his character, Ewan McGregor's character, like, got laid off from his job, and he's delivering pizzas on the side and, like, trying to make money, and kind of drinks a little bit too without people knowing. And then, like, throughout the movie, they start to, their relationship kind of hits its bottom, and then they, like, kind of reconcile and, like, really start to appreciate each other. And then it seems like everything's going well with them. So, like, I kind of appreciate, like, how their little dynamic worked, but then he gets eaten by a dinosaur. And so it's like, okay, well, there goes that. At least that's what we think. Or that's what we thought at that point.
Yeah, before we get into the ending, it's just, I don't know. I just, like, there were a couple, like, camera shots too. I don't know if you caught this, where, like, Ewan McGregor was talking and the camera was, like, on the side of his face. So, like, you saw, like, his side of his face, but you see Anne Hathaway, and it's just, like, it felt very odd to me. It didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I really didn't like it at all.
We saw it in the trailer, too, where she's
just
explaining, like, I think our street got put back in time or whatever she says, but it's, like, zoomed in on her face. Just, like, one side of her face, and then you can see in the background. Yeah, there was some camera work in here. I'm like, yeah, okay. Wasn't bad by any means, but it was, I don't know.
Like, and the ending part kind of explains everything of what happened, in the sense of, like, the big light that came down. Like, it basically took their neighborhood and put it back in prehistoric times.
Right.
And then at the end, you realize, like, again, it felt like Back to the Future, because don't even get me started. Like, again, don't even get me started on the kid not jumping through the gosh darn portal.
Dude, I was laughing my ass off.
Bro,
this portal opens, and they're trying to time it so that they can jump in it. And
that is the worst timing I've ever seen in my entire life.
The son has horrible timing, and he tries to jump through it because they're jumping off a roof into the portal, and it closes, and then he, like, hits a tree and, like, falls 30 feet down. It, like, breaks his leg or whatever.
I don't know why they decided, because in the early part of the movie, when Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor find this portal in this house when they're out looking for their kids, it's there and it goes away, there it goes away, and then all of a sudden it disappears. Right? So, at some point in time, they see this light, her and the kids see the light, and they're going to make their way up there. It's going to disappear. So why in the hell are you just like, oh, hey, let's do one at a time. Let's go. Like, let's do one at a time. Like, you can all three fit in there, jump at the same time, and let's get this done and get out of there. Then, of course, this kid, terrible timing. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, jump.
Brian.
I'm like, jump. Dude, fucking jump. Like, and then he just jumps, completely misses. Just completely misses. Breaks his freaking ankle, probably. Like, the whole scene with the librarian lady with the shotgun, like, you knew that was coming. Like, you saw her in her first part when they were making their way through the house, and you see her in the bedroom with the gun, and then he jumps, obviously misses, and they come back through the house with all the those, like, Komodo dragon looking dinosaur things.
Yeah, those were scary.
And then she just comes out and just shoots one of them, and then gets absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
And then they're getting pecked by the dinosaurs up above, and they jump through, and they realize, oh, hey, again, very, very, very Back to the Future vibes. Because they're at the thing, and she's like, wait, what time? They remember it happened at 11:04.
They get back to their neighborhood, but it's a couple minutes before the beam of light.
Yes. So it's like, oh, hey, it's going to happen in 19 minutes. So Anne Hathaway, being smart, decides to go to the phone booth and call in a pizza order for a house that she sees the address for, to get her husband out of their house.
And then you see, like, at the end of the movie, she had called a bunch of people from their neighborhood that she was friends with to be like, hey, you got to get out of here, which included the annoying next door neighbor, which is like, okay, I'll give you that. Like, saved his life.
The old lady that she was helping her with her book.
Yep.
The librarian.
Yep.
So she did ahead and called a bunch of them. And then you come to find out that when their neighborhood got sent to prehistoric times, a little plot of land from the prehistoric times got sent to their neighborhood.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay. Because it took me, I'm like, where are they going with this? Like, what's the deal? How's this going to work? Then obviously she knew, so they were stuck there. Then they could obviously bring in the reinforcements. Because obviously now you're thinking about it once the movie ended, you're like, oh, okay. So they were in prehistoric times. They had no help. They were done. They were done for. So obviously they had enough people here to get the dinosaurs. Like, so what happened to the dinosaurs? Did they just kill them all? Did they put them in a zoo?
I think they said.
Did this lead into Jurassic Park?
I think I heard the news segment or whatever was that they killed most of them.
Oh, nice.
But also, like, to wrap this up, like, they abandoned. So they got Ewan McGregor's character to come, to wherever they were sitting outside of their neighborhood so that he wouldn't get zapped. Greg is his name, his character. But then the rest of their family, the three of them, are left there, and then they, get zapped back in time without their father. So it's like those three are gonna. I mean, obviously, the three of them ended up being the ones who survived initially. So maybe those three would find a way. But it feels like it's a time loop. Like they'll get zapped back in time, and then eventually they'll make their way back. Like it's just funny that they're like, let's just get the dad because we, our version of our dad died. So let's get him. Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, like the girl, the new neighbor girl, runs to go find her family. Apparently, she gets them out, and then there's two of her.
There's two of her, yeah. They're just having a cookout at the end, and it does remind me back to the future where George McFly writes the book, right? And then and it's just like Anne Hathaway's character writes the book of the end of Oak Street, and it's like
you put your mind
I knew
to it,
she
you
was
can
eventually
accomplish
gonna,
anything.
I knew eventually she was going to be able to. That was going to come back of like she was able to finally write a book or whatever. But
I will say I did like that moment. Right, she sees her husband and her kids see their dad just get absolutely destroyed by a dino. And then I think, she's going through it and realizing like, you know what, these things are easily fixable. These things are something you work through, staying together through the hard times.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes to appreciate like shit. Like, why do I feel this way? And then obviously they get their husband back and they reconcile and they're happy together, which it's like you said, it was a nice little tie into their relationship, which I thought was good. I thought she was great. Dinosaurs action was awesome, but man, it's I don't hate this movie. I don't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a lot there. I mean, it's kind of what you want with like a dinosaur summer-ish blockbuster movie, right? Go to the theater, have a good time. But man, this movie frustrated the hell out of me.
I know. I had a good time, a decent time, but I wanted to have a great time. And yeah, just didn't hit as well as I wanted it to. But still better than a lot of, better than 65, better than the last Jurassic Park movie or Jurassic World.
Last like 3 Jurassic Park movies.
That's true.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. So
if you like dinosaurs, you like Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park's one of your favorite movies, but you just genuinely like seeing movies or shows with dinosaurs. Watch this because you're going to get your dinosaur fix that you probably haven't had since the original Jurassic Park movies came out. That's it.
That's a good way to put it. You ready to get into the scores? All right. I'll go first. So I gave this movie, and maybe I'd lower it, but I have it at a 76 right now.
76.
So 20. So primary categories, we have 2 of those out of 25. Story and script, I gave a 20, which probably could be a little lower. And then characters and acting, I gave an 18. Secondary categories, all out of 10. Direction, execution, 8. Entertainment value, 8. Originality, creativity, 9. Emotional impact, 6. I think really just the end kind of hit for me when they reunite with the dad. But other than that, didn't really have many emotions aside from laughter and shock value. And then personal bias and enjoyment, I gave it a 7. Like you mentioned, like if you want to see a dinosaur movie, you want to see some action, some fun stuff, like this is the movie. Yeah. What about you?
Let's see. Categories, story and script, I gave a 17. I had it lower than you. I thought it was just it had the bones of something that I thought could have been great, and it just didn't hit for me. I think it was very bland. It just wasn't flushed out properly. Characters and acting, same score, 18. Secondary categories, direction, execution, I gave a 7. Entertainment value, 9. Originality, creativity, 8. Emotional impact, same thing, 7. Like it didn't hit me that much, but obviously the whole scene with him getting eaten and then him kind of reconciling. So I give that a 7. Personal bias and enjoyment is 7. So I gave this a 73. 73.
So 73.
A little disappointed.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. I was hoping this was going to be like an 83, 84. So it's obviously a little lower. But with your score and my score, that is a combined 75, right? Yeah, 73. No, what did 76 for me? 70, it's 74 and a half, but I meant like rounding up to 75, which I'm going to start doing in our score posts. I'm going to, on the front or the first image, I'm going to put our Brothers and Blockbusters score. So give like a,
let's combine the two and divide it by
it's
two.
just an average of our scores. So for this, it would be 75. Again, it could be 74 and a half, but 75 round up. But thinking about like movie scores and how we're ranking movies, there's this new app, and you and I have kind of gone into it in the last week called Sonova, where you don't necessarily rank, and it's similar to Letterboxd where you can like put reviews and stuff like that. But in terms of like scoring a movie, you don't necessarily put a number or numerical value to it, but you compare it to other movies. So like first download the app, you put in your preferences, whatever movies you like, but then it'll pop up like a movie and then it'll compare it to another movie. So like, for example, let's do like Godfather and Back to the Future. So you'll say, is Godfather better than Back to the Future? And you'll say yes, correct, or whatever. And that'll give you like Godfather will be what, like a 9.9 and Back to the Future would be like a 9.8. So it, like based on where you compare movies and based on where they fall, then they get a numerical value posted to them.
Correct.
And it starts out like there's like 5 different options for the movie quality. So it's like exceptional, good, excellent, bad, poor, whatever. So it kind of brackets it off from the beginning and you compare it.
Yep.
But I know you and I are kind of working through that together because we have one account, Brothers and Blockbusters, on the app. So it's like I feel like when we're giving our scores here, like our combined scores and then our average, like that's kind of similar to what we will do with that, because we both have different, for the most part, have same movie taste, right? But
correct. I would say for the most part, a lot of our rankings have been within 4 or 5 points for each movie we've seen. So
yeah, so for this, like it's a relatively new app, so we're just kind of getting used to everything, and hopefully it makes it part of like our how we rank movies and things like that. So we'll have to like sit down together and actually go through some movies.
Yeah,
so
our
we can
2020
rate them.
We'll do like a 2026 list, and then we'll sit down and be like, all right, we're going to review, with this movie, we'll say it was average, and then it'll compare this movie to like 3 or 4 others, and you and I'll have to be like, all right, do you like End of Oak Street better, or did you like Supergirl better? Right? Just go back and forth of the scoring, and then we'll give that a ranking, and you guys can follow us on there. It's Sonova, CINOVA.
Yep.
OVA. It's really cool. The interface is really nice. It's still kind of
really
getting
smooth.
used to it.
Yeah.
It's really smooth interface. A little tricky trying to find. It was tough trying to find our page and trying to see like our movie rankings, but we found it. You can do TV shows too. So we have TV shows in there as well. I had to go in and change your ranking of Peaky Blinders because you did a little mock rankings and you said Peaky Blinders was just good, not excellent or exceptional. So I had to quickly and swiftly change that. So
yeah,
I got some TV shows in there. We'll do it for all these big movies too. And obviously with our one account, we're going to have to really just do this together. So we'll try to stick to movies that him and I have both seen. That way we can sit down and decide, hey, what do you think of this movie? This movie will each maybe, if you think one movie's better than the other and I think it's the opposite, maybe we each give each other a compelling argument and then we'll see which one sticks.
We need a mediator.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. So let's just do it right now for End of Oak Street. So End of Oak Street, where does it belong? So is it exceptional, excellent, good, mediocre?
Did you say Metacore?
Mediocre or poor? Do we think it's good?
I'd say mediocre.
Mediocre? Okay. So we have mediocre. Is it better than...
Do you agree with that?
I think it's between mediocre and good, but we're going to compare it to other movies that we have in that same bracket, so then we can kind of put it up. Is it better than the Super Mario Galaxy movie? I think it is.
Yes.
Is it better than Gladiator? I don't think it's better than Gladiator. Is it better than Guardians of the Galaxy? I don't think so.
Fuck no. Sorry, that was aggressive.
Better than Fight Club?
No.
Better than Captain America Civil War? No. Better than Back to the Future Part 2?
No.
Okay. Better than Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? I think
absolutely not.
No? Okay. All right.
Hold on. Were you actually debating if the End of Oak Street is better than the first Harry Potter movie? Are we serious?
No. Okay. So, and why those movies showed up when we were ranking them is because we've already ranked those movies or reviewed those movies.
Correct.
So it's comparing to what we've already seen. Yeah. So so this gives End of Oak Street a 7.9 out of 10, which is our 46th ranked movie.
Now this one will probably drop a little bit lower once we start really getting into movies. So for example, give one right now that you and I have both seen that's not in there.
What do you think?
Backrooms.
Backrooms.
There's no way you did Backrooms.
We thought that was good, right?
I would say Backrooms is, in terms
Between
of
good and
exceptional, excellent. I would say good.
Is it better than the Sorcerer's Stone? I think it is.
Oh, see, that's hard.
Because they're very different, right? Because you have a Sorcerer's Stone's, yeah.
Man, I'm gonna say no.
Or you could say can't compare. So that's the other thing. You can't
compare.
decide, can't compare.
I would say can't compare.
Is it better than The Irishman? I don't think it is. I think The Irishman's better.
I would agree.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Coco. I think it's better than Coco. No? Can't compare.
No, I'm taking Coco.
Bad Predator Badlands. I think it's better than Predator Badlands.
Yes, I'd agree.
Clue.
Shit. No.
It's better than Chamber of Secrets, right? Chamber of Secrets was a little, yeah. All right. It gave it 8.3, 39th in our rankings.
Okay.
So yeah.
Let's do one more. Do disclosure day.
Oh, yeah.
We did disclosure
We've not
day.
done that.
This is fun.
I know.
We should do like a little mini episode where we just rank all these movies.
Okay. Mediocre, good, excellent. Good?
Yeah, it's bordering that line. I would say good.
Okay. Is it better than Back to the Future Part 2?
No.
Okay. End of Oak Street. I think End of Oak Street.
I think Disclosure Day.
Yeah, I think it's so. Philosopher's Stone. Sorcerer's Stone.
No.
Okay. This is a 7.9, our 47th ranked movie.
There you go.
So yeah, this app, it's free. It's, again, we're always trying to find new ways to rank things, and I think it's kind of a unique way to look at movies and to compare movies, and you don't have to assign a number to them. It just kind of does it for you based on what you like. So this does it like, this is all based on what you've seen and what you're comparing what you've seen to, right? You're not just doing it like, you're not just rating it on its own. So
correct. I kind of I like how we rank them on our own. I think it's important for us, but I think this is also a cool way to simplify things, let the algorithm kind of take over for us.
Mhm.
And obviously, like I just said, if once we keep reviewing movies over and over and over, these movies are going to fluctuate from spots.
Right.
So,
and
yeah,
it doesn't
we'll keep
take
doing
place
that.
just like 1 year too, right? Like we have our 2025 movies ranked amongst each other. This takes literally your entire catalog.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll create, I think on there it's called shelves.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to say, and you can create your own. So I started a 2026 through Project Hail Mary and the Odyssey and the Invite, I think, and there are 2 movies.
Nice.
So you and I can sit down with each of these movies. So when you and I hang out next, we'll go through all the 2026 movies we've reviewed so far, and we'll start to rank them, and then we can go in and add them to the shelf, and then it'll basically like order it for us based on how we reviewed it. So yeah, it's a cool app. The interface is very nice. It's very sleek, very simple. We're obviously still going to do our Letterboxd. That's a given. But it's a cool new app that you guys, people can get on. It's simple. You don't have to really do a thinking, because a lot of people, like when they review movies on Letterboxd, they just give it stars. They don't give it an actual score. They just give it stars. But for us, obviously, we break it down more in depth, and then we do our own rankings. We have lists and things like that. This one's easy, and people love playing like this or that. Like everyone loves comparing things. So it's pretty simple for you guys. And then if you guys, obviously, if anyone, logs in and creates an account at Sonova, let us know. Give us a follow. We'll follow you back, and we can go through these movies. And this is like I feel like this actually could be a fun discussion when we're at the bar, hanging out.
Yeah.
Reviewing a movie.
It's very much like
one of our friends.
Yep.
Like you could say, okay, like one of our friends could like, throw the original Willy Wonka in there. Well, let's review it. What do you guys think? Well, I'll say, hey, it's exceptional. And then we'll start comparing it. Like, is it better than The Godfather? And then that's going to spark debate. Back to the Future, all these different things. Of movies,
and end up with us throwing beer at each other and fist fighting. That's how we're going to do it. It's kind of cool just to have our own account together, and we can show people like what you and I combined brain power can produce.
Yeah.
So
I'd agree. But
yeah, check it out. You ready to wrap this up?
Let's go.
All right, so that's going to do it for this week's episode of Brothers and Blockbusters. If you enjoyed the episode, please follow the show and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help more than you think. More reviews mean more exposure to our lovely, lovely voices. Share the podcast with your friends, your family, your enemies, or anyone you know. If you want to reach out to us, you can by sending us an email at brothersandblockbusters@gmail.com. Visit our Instagram page, Blockbuster Brothers. Visit us on TikTok as well, YouTube, Brothers and Blockbusters Pod. Anywhere you get social media, aside from, Twitter/X, like we're on there. So please find us, reach out to us. Next week, we have a lot to potentially review. We might split. There's some movies here that are coming out this weekend that we might review one this week, and then Labor Day weekend, there's not much coming out, so we can review one of those that weekend as well. So we have a lot to choose from. It Ends is a horror movie. Insidious Out of the Further just came out, horror movie as well. Buddy, horror movie that comes out this weekend. Coyote vs. Acme, which was previously a movie that was going to be shelved, but got enough backlash that it's actually going to be released, and apparently is really good, really funny.
The
Whisper Man, which I believe is a Netflix movie, and then The Dog Stars, which is that the Jacob Elordi,
Josh Brolin
movie?
Margaret Qualley.
Yep. So that comes out this weekend as well. So there's a lot to choose from here.
We may do multiple reviews. We may not do one movie an episode. We might do a couple. Break it down simpler, not a big 30-40 minute review of a movie, but maybe like a 15-20 minutes for each movie, just kind of digging in a little bit. So haven't decided that yet, so you guys will have to stay tuned.
And when we release next episode, again, don't feel like you have to watch all these movies. Like if we listen to our like non-spoiler review of it, and then if you like it, if you like what we're saying enough, then go out and see it, and then come back and listen to the spoiler section. I do that with a lot of movie podcasts I listen to. Is some of these come out the weekend after, or a couple days after the movie comes out, and I haven't had time to see it, so I'll come back to it. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming out in the next few weeks, so be on the lookout for that. Any last words?
That's it.
All right, that's going to do it.
Dinos are back.
Dinos are back, but maybe not the character development side of things. But that's going to do it, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.